Tuan's first business trip.
You're the problem, Mom. First day of school.
Yeah, go have fun. Bye. You're stuck with me. What are you gonna do? So Tuan has officially left. It's just me and Simi in this apartment. It feels really weird because Tuan and I are both homebodies, so we spent a lot of time together. And one thing about Tuan is that he's a really, really good caretaker. He makes matcha for me every morning, he cooks for me, he makes sure I'm drinking my water. So he's basically the adult in this relationship. I kind of feel like an unsupervised child left home alone. I know I'm capable of taking care of myself, but to the extent that Tuan does, definitely not. It's gonna be a really interesting week. Today is stacked with meetings, but top of mind for me today is my performance review. So I already reviewed my comp letter and written feedback from my manager. Am I surprised by my rating this year? Not really. Do I like my rating? No. That is okay. I'm not gonna let someone else's opinion of me affect my mood because I know my own performance and I know I crushed it. And there were just so many things that were outside of my control. I had a total of five different managers last year due to layoffs, reorg, the team growing, and just not having a mentor or someone who has your back consistently, it makes it difficult. I feel like I gave it my best, so I have no regrets on how or what I did last year. She looks good. Avocado and sriracha is an elite combo. I've also been trying to eat more vegetables and fruits, so I have a huge bowl just filled with fruits. I recently found sugar beet apples at Trader Joe's, and it's so crisp and sweet. It's like Fuji apple on crack. Last bite. I am starting to crash after that lunch, so I'm gonna grab some tea and hopefully that gets me through the rest of the day. One thing there's no shortage of in this household is Japanese tea. Tuan is obsessed with matcha, and as a result, we have a ton of tea. But this is hojicha. Let me show you. Ah! And I'm going to use this lock and lock tea mug. Comes with a tea strainer, so I just need to scoop some hojicha in here. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Hot water into your cup, and you just stick this in. 2 minutes. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, that's really yummy. 2 more meetings. Just 2 more meetings and I'm done for the day. I just finished all my big meetings for today, so I have some personal time. That's the best thing to come out of COVID, remote work. I have so much personal time. Aside from content creation, I have another hobby, which is getting clothes tailor-made. I have absolutely zero experience in fashion, and the reason why I got into this, I'm starting to reach a point where I want to invest in good quality pieces, but when I go shopping and look at stuff out there, a ton of them are made with polyester, which is a very cheap material made out of plastic, also bad for the environment. And I found it so difficult finding clothes with great composition at an affordable price that I decided to take the matter into my own hands. I know nothing about fashion. I don't have a fashion background, but if you remember my old video, I traveled to Vietnam a few months ago and I got clothes custom made, and that was such a fun experience. I loved every second of it from start to finish. So I reached out to a few vendors in Vietnam to get a couple prototypes made. So these are some reference photos that I've sent over to the vendor, and you can see that she has started sourcing the materials. I'm gonna let her know which color I want and if I like the fabric or not, so that she can continue looking for it if it's not the right match. It's quite affordable to get your clothes custom made if it's done outside of the US. tried getting a very simple white button-down shirt made in New York, and it cost me roughly $1,000 for the first prototype and second alteration, and it took about 2 months. And I think people have a misconception of products that are produced overseas. Like when they see that something is made in China or made in Vietnam, they're like, oh, the quality isn't that great. But that is such a huge misconception. But for the past 20 or so years, all the clothing that you wear have been made overseas. So countries like China and Vietnam, they have very, very advanced machines to manufacture your clothes well, whereas your US manufacturing counterpart, they might not have all the machines. They might not be able to produce certain kinds of clothes. So going back to my original point, each prototype that I'm getting made costs anywhere between $35 to $50, including fabric, including labor costs. Also, the turnaround time for getting all these things made is like less than 2 weeks. I immediately change into my pajamas after work. Whew. Okay, since it's been a long day, I'm treating myself to something special, Coke Zero, and it's not just Coke Zero, okay? I'm gonna add 1 true lemon and 1 true grapefruit. It has to be 2 packets, okay? I don't care what flavor you put in, 2 packets, okay? And this is gonna give you a really beautiful zing to your Coke Zero. Just tangy enough, just enough flavor to be very, very refreshing. Gently stir this up and take a sip. Oh, yum. Okay, now it's time to go lay horizontal on the couch. I almost forgot to make myself dinner. Hate cooking for myself. I don't mind cooking for other people, but when it comes to myself, I hate it. I tend to gravitate towards eating something very, very convenient. I'm gonna bake these potatoes in the air fryer because that requires the least amount of cooking. Simmy, come here. I'll give you scratchies. Come on, Simmy. Look at that face of disappointment. Tuan's not here, I know. Hello, princess. Oh yeah, see, I give good scratches, right? I need to catch up on White Lotus episode 2. Meant to watch it last night with Tuan, but didn't get the chance. Is anyone else a little bummed that the season 3 intro doesn't have that like la 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 White Lotus intro? That was my favorite part. Watching this show makes me want to go on vacation so bad. Okay, this looks really sad. It's just a potato, a baked potato on a plane, but this is like my current obsession. I love it so much. It's so easy and effortless, requires basically no cooking. I score my potato crisscross so that it fluffs it up a little bit. This European salted butter from Trader Joe's tastes just as good as the ones you get from France. Really thin slice of butter on top of one side of the potato, another slice on the other side of the potato. And once that's done, you're gonna grab some chives. Not spring onions, it has to be chives. And another important ingredient, bacon bits. Sprinkle some on top. And then last but not least, a good dollop of sour cream. It's nice and steamy. Oh yeah, this hits. And now we can resume watching White Lotus.
Yeah, we're different ages. I'm American, she's French, but we get along.
Today is day 2 of being home alone. I thought I was gonna sleep pretty well last night because Tuan sometimes snores in his sleep, and waking up in the middle of the night is a really frequent occurrence for me, and at this point I don't know if it's because of my anxiety or something else. So I'm actually going to get a sleep study done in a few weeks where I go to the hospital and sleep there overnight, and they plug me up and monitor like my heart rate and everything. A lot of people after they do this study find out that they have sleep apnea, which is when you don't breathe. I don't know, maybe that's why I wake up every morning feeling so tired and not very refreshed. I didn't know this was a thing until recently when I was talking to my psychiatrist and I was telling him, hey, like there are days when I'm sleeping more than 12 hours and I still feel really sleepy. He referred me to a sleep doctor. I was able to book an appointment 2 months out, and that's actually coming up in just a few weeks. Okay, so I'm ready to go into the office, my home office, and this is my outfit for the day. Very, very comfy. Let's head into the office. So my performance review with my managers yesterday went very well. What I was looking to get out of that conversation was for them to really clearly define what my gaps were for me to get to the next level. Because for me, personal growth, development, learning, that's all very, very important. It's a big pet peeve of mine when I'm stagnant and I'm not growing as a person. And I don't mean this just as a career like promo kind of discussion. Just in general, I want to become the best version of myself every single day. Tuan has kind of converted me into a matcha addict. He gets so many different types of matcha every week. Let me show you. We have this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, we just have so many different varieties of matcha. Like, honestly, I can't tell the difference between the flavors that much. And I like to put mine in lattes, so I just picked the cheapest one, which I think is this one. So thanks, Tuan, for stocking up. Tuan measures out exactly 5 grams, but that's an extra step. So I just eyeball it. And even this whisking, I don't know if it's necessary because once you add water and you whisk, like it comes together anyway, you know, and you just want to whisk until there are no clumps. I don't know if this really helps, but I do it for the funsies. Always 80-degree water with matcha. Are you ready for some matcha whisking ASMR? If you guys have any matcha whisking techniques for finer microfoam, let me know. Also, why do matcha whisk holders look so inappropriate? Oh, that's so good. Let's head over to the office. Mommy's still working, Simi. Oh my god! So much hair! Time for my favorite activity of the day, which is opening packages. I completely lose track of what I order from Amazon, so every time it feels like I'm opening a Christmas present. Ooh, so this is a book that my old manager recommended to me. It's called Crucial Conversations, Tools for Talking When Stakes Are High. Apparently really good book to read about conflict management in stressful situations. I'm definitely not the most sophisticated or tactful person when it comes to conflict management, so I think this is going to be a really good book to read. I usually buy audiobooks so I can listen to them while I'm doing chores, but I did want to annotate and like highlight stuff in this book, so I got a physical version. Excited to read this. I think I know what this one is. It's my new Gentle Monster glasses. This is my first time ordering prescription glasses. So this is in the style Kubo. I'm so excited to try this on. It looks like it's gonna fit my face. I have a very wide face, if you can tell. Like, let's try it on. I love it. My only complaint here is the price. The frame itself is $250 and the prescription lenses were $340. So with tax and everything, it came out to almost $600, which is so expensive for just a pair of glasses. These better last me my entire life. I mean, it looks very sturdy and well made. I still have quite a bit of work to do, but I want to take out my contacts, wear these new glasses, and then grab a bite because I am starving. I don't have too much energy to cook, so I'm just going to make a quick salad. feel like feeding myself has become such a chore. Okay, so I'm going to add some chow mein into my salad because I'm going to be using an Asian dressing. I like having a lot of texture in my salad. I'm going to add some dry toasted almonds. And let's add in some scallions. And some fresh cilantro. I love cilantro. I can just eat this on its own like a salad. I'm gonna put in the remaining avocado from yesterday. For protein, I'm gonna have to stick to canned chicken because I don't have any more chicken left in the fridge. I know what you guys are thinking. Ew, that's so gross, but hey. I'm eating for survival, okay? When Tuan's around, I don't eat like this. Okay, now it's time to make the dressing. I don't have a dressing on hand, so I'm just gonna create my own. I don't really measure, so measure with your heart, okay? We've got rice vinegar, some olive oil, sesame oil, and then some soy sauce, sweetener. Okay, last but not least, we need some ginger. Lots of ginger juice. This is grated ginger, by the way. Okay. Now we're gonna give it a nice mix. Mix, mix, mix. All right, it's ready.
Is that such a workout?
I am crashing right now. I can't even finish my salad. Can I please sleep in? Happy hump day. It is Wednesday and recently it's become my favorite day of the week because I have therapy first thing in the morning. The reason why I took a break from therapy was because I moved from the Bay Area to DC, so I had to find a brand new therapist, and that just felt like getting into a brand new relationship. And this brand new therapist, she's freaking amazing. She gets me. She makes me feel so comfortable that I can tell her everything. Like, I feel totally fine being vulnerable with her, and she helps me process it and make sense of it, and she teaches me all these coping mechanisms to help me manage my anxiety, which was exactly what I was looking for. And for the 2 years where I didn't have a therapist, I picked up journaling, and that has helped me learn so much about myself. You think you know yourself until you write your thoughts down on a piece of paper, you read it, and you start looking at yourself more objectively, and that has been eye-opening. Like, it gives you a completely different perspective of yourself. And now, because I understand myself so well, I feel like my therapy sessions are 100% more effective and productive because I go into a session knowing exactly what kind of topic I want to talk about. It's very intentional. Hi, how are you? That was yet another amazing therapy session. I loved it. Oh my god, I'm so late. I'm meeting a friend for dinner and I'm running late because work ended late. It should take me about 30 minutes to get there and I have 10 minutes to get ready and leave, so. Quick outfit check. We are going to eat at Barracks Row Omakase, which is supposed to be the #1 omakase in DC.
Please bring down these white bowls to yourself.
Tonight, over top of savory egg custard with enjoy these flavors with a little variance in every wooden spoonful.
So the whole bowl is spinach and with bamboo chocolate sauce. Bamboo sections are roasted filled with sea salt, so the oil from the bamboo is in.
Just got back from my dinner and I've officially now tried all the high-end omakase places in DC. If you want something glitzy and glammy, go to Sushi Nakazawa. If you want a very small, intimate, catered experience, go to Sushi Taro. And if you want something in between, then go to Barracks Row. Personally, Sushi Taro is hands down my all-time favorite omakase experience. It was just so special because there's only 4 seats at the counter and you get such an intimate experience with the chef, and he really caters to your palate. The chef will show you what fish are available and you basically get to choose what you want to eat. So you get a very, very personalized dinner experience. So the chef at Barracks Row, he used to work at Nakazawa and his colleagues worked at the mini bar. So they're all very distinguished people and the food was really good. I just think they went with the very experimental route, so each plate tasted very, very differently because they were using different techniques. I think I prefer the traditionally prepared fish with not too many flavor profiles going on. So I guess I'm a little bit of a purist when it comes to sushi. But honestly, at the end of the day, all 3 places I think are solid in my opinion. It just comes down to the vibes and what type of sushi you prefer. Good morning. I woke up feeling so exhausted. I fell asleep on this corner of the couch while I was editing my vlog last night, and I woke up feeling just as exhausted. Not Simi making biscuits on my stomach this morning. What are you trying to say? Oh my god. Still waking up. My calendar is so packed. I am effed. Literally effed. Okay. I'm starting my morning screening some candidates to join my team, and this is not the state that I want to be in. I need to look more alive so that this person wants to join my team. I just need to get my personality back. A guided meditation to a rejuvenating morning. I think that's exactly what I need right now. It's only 5 minutes. Okay, I feel so much better. I feel calm, collected, and I feel ready to tackle the day. We can do it. We can do it. Gotta hypnotize your mind. I can do it. Hi, how are you? I'm tired, hungry, cranky, and I need to take a break from work. So if I sleep right now, I'm just not gonna be able to wake up. I'm gonna force myself to go outside. I need Tuan to come back ASAP because my dinners have been looking pretty abysmal. He's a big foodie, so he cooks most of our meals and I never have to cook, and wow, have I taken that for granted. By the way, I'm eating Trader Joe's kimbap. It's pretty decent actually. The filling, it could be a little bit more. And then I have some hot soup. This is odeng soup, and it came in an instant packet, so I just poured in hot water. I get so lazy cooking for myself when I live at home, and when I moved in with Tuan, which was about a year back, I think I gained 10 pounds within the 4 months. So Tuan's coming back tomorrow, and I went to Trader Joe's to pick up some snacks for him. Tuan wanted a cab, so I picked a Diamond Reserve from Trader Joe's selection. If you didn't know, Trader Joe's actually has pretty solid wine. They have the Reserve series, and there's different tiers. Trader Joe's essentially partners with a bunch of wineries across the US, and they bottle any excess wine in their own packaging. We actually don't know which winery or company bottled this, other than that it came from Oakville, Napa Valley. It's a 2022 wine. And a lot of the times you're getting a really good deal. So that's his. And I actually grabbed myself a bottle too. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I thought, why not? It's been a long week. This is New Zealand Oyster Bay Sauvignon Blanc. And then I also picked out some flowers because Tuan always gives me the prettiest flowers, and I feel like guys also deserve to get flowers. I'm gonna use a hack that I learned on TikTok, which is doing a crisscross of tapes across your vase so that you can insert your flowers between the holes and it just makes your bouquet look more full. I just noticed that there's a tiny crack here. I hope it holds through. I love plants and flowers. My dream, once I own a home, is to have a big flower garden. I want to be like Martha Stewart when I grow up, like living in that grand estate with fruit trees, flowers, plants. Like she has a whole team of gardeners working on her estate, and it's fabulous. These are called ranunculus flowers. I hope I said that right. Aren't they beautiful? Like, I love bulby flowers like hydrangeas, camellias. Like, this one just looks like a big moss ball. I've never seen anything like it before, so I picked this one. So I picked this. Oh. Okay, I need to be more careful taking the leaves off. Let's first add all this greenery. We got green going on, okay? I feel like there's like no right or wrong way to do floral arrangements as long as the color scheme is roughly cohesive. That's why when you go to the grocery store and you know, like they have the store bouquet where they just throw a hodgepodge of flowers into a single bouquet. That's why I feel like those flowers aren't pretty, because there's no color scheme going on. I also got these as filler flowers. They just look like really pretty wildflowers. Ta-da! Aren't these flowers gorgeous? They're gorgina. And this is the welcome back setup for Tuan. Excited to have him back tomorrow and be my personal chef again. Okay, it's finally freaking Friday. I'm so excited to just log off of work. The house feels generally clean, but a little bit cluttered, so I'm gonna take some time in the morning today to vacuum, clean up, and make this place look a bit more presentable. Goodness, I was so busy today I forgot to vlog, and it's like dark outside. It's already 7:46. Dang. My Friday was wasted. Well, Tuan is coming back in 2 hours, so I'm gonna do some last minute cleaning, and I'll probably make some rice because he loves rice and he's probably gonna be hungry when he gets home. Okay, I grew up eating short grain rice, but I've been converted to jasmine rice. I believe jasmine rice is superior. It's just the perfect medium between basmati rice and short grain rice. So it's fluffy, but it sticks together. It's been such a long week. I need to start drinking. This was chilling in the fridge all day today, and I can't wait to crack it open. Oh, that's so yummy. What the hell? Ooh. If you like your Sauvignon Blanc to be a bit on the sweeter side, this one's a really great choice. Wow. It's so creamy in your mouth. What the hell? Oh, it's like going down like juice. It's dangerous. You gotta scratch the sand, man.